Hello, my name is Tresa Hargrove and I live in Lawton, Oklahoma. And today I am going to share with you an awesome recipe for tomato pies. These are awesome appetizers. You make this at any party, any family gathering, and I guarantee you people will be asking you for this recipe. They are out of this world delicious. First, you're going to need a refrigerated pie crust. I've already rolled it out on a floured surface. You're going to take a glass or a cookie cutter and you're going to cut rounds out with it. Rounds that are big enough to fit into a regular size muffin pan. I've sprayed the muffin pan already. And we're going to take these rounds and we're going to put them in there and be easy. Now try not to stretch the dough too much. Take it up the sides just a little bit. Then we're going to dock it with a fork. And this allows the steam to escape so you don't have a big puff of pie crust in the middle. It will actually give you some place to put your filling. At this point, you're going to put this into a 425 degree oven for about 25 minutes. No, 10 minutes. Don't put them in there for 25 minutes. That will burn. Put them in there for 10 minutes. At that point, you can put them in a baggie. You can put them in the fridge 2 or 3 days in advance before your family gathering or party. And then you'll have all the time in the world to make your filling, which you won't need the time in the world because, like I said, this is simple. Now, I've taken Roma tomatoes, and they're the meatiest of the tomatoes. I've chopped them up. I put them in a strainer or a colander, put it in the sink, salted it, and I let it sit for about 15 to 20 minutes to let all the moisture come out. You'd be surprised at how much moisture these tomatoes have in it. It's really amazing. We're going to take each one of these and we're going to put a pretty good amount of our Roma tomatoes in there. No need to season these tomatoes. They've already been seasoned with the salt. We're going to take some bacon. Who doesn't love bacon, right? I've already cooked the bacon and chopped it up, and we're going to put it on top of the tomatoes. Green onions. We're going to take and we're going to chop these green onions. Now today I am getting ready to make this video and my daughter says, Mom, why don't you leave the rubber band on there? It makes it easier. How easy is that? I'm so proud of my daughter. She taught me something. Looky there. That is just awesome to see your daughter get in the kitchen and learn and teach you something. Now after you get those chopped up, we're going to put them over here. We're going to put a pretty good amount, sprinkle some on top of the tomatoes and the bacon. Then we're going to take black olives. Oh, I love black olives. We're going to put a little bit of black olives on top of that. These, like I said, are the most beautiful recipe. I made these for a bunco party we used to play. And I got to looking, about 10 minutes into the party, there was only like 4 left. And I'm like, where are all of the tomato pies? So I go into the kitchen, the hostess that I am, I'm going to make some more because my guests are not going to leave my house hungry, okay? They are going to go well fed, trust me. I open my cabinet and there's a plate with some foil on it. And I get to looking and it's my tomato pies. And my friend's standing there and she goes, uh-oh. I said, what? She says, I'm caught. I wanted to take those home. I said, Cheryl, baby, I will make you some tomato pies to take home. And so now, you know what I'm going to do with these tomato pies? I'm going to take them to Cheryl. Now I have some basil. And we're going to roll it up, fresh basil, the basil leaves, and we're going to chiffonade this. Chiffonade is just a fancy word for confetti. And then tomato pie, they're a little small, so we're going to chop them up this way too. Sprinkle that with just a little bit. You can add jalapeno peppers, you can add avocados. Make a recipe your own. You know, whatever your family likes, put it in there and see. You know, make it per the recipe first, and then make it your own. That's the beauty of cooking. I love to cook. I guess it's probably my favorite pastime. Now I have a cup of mayonnaise, and I have good quality mayonnaise. Do not go out and buy what's on sale. Get the good quality mayonnaise, okay? Because it really matters here. And I have 2 cups of shredded mozzarella. We're going to stir that together. Then we're going to take and we're going to microplane in some Parmesan. And as much Parmesan as you want, but at least 1/4 of a cup. You know, when you go to an Italian restaurant and the waiters come over and they're like, would you like some Parmesan on your pizza or whatever? And I always warn them, I like a lot of Parmesan, you know, and they're standing there, tell me when. And I'm sitting there, okay, I'll tell you when. And they just keep going and going. And they get to looking at me and I'm like, you know, and you start feeling guilty. And so you say, okay, and it's really not enough for you. I wish they'd just leave that Parmesan there. Okay, I think that's enough. We're going to stir this all together. What could be better than Parmesan, mozzarella, and mayonnaise, okay, as a frosting? That's essentially what you're making here is a frosting. We're going to take a good heaping spoonful and we're going to put down on top of our pies. And we're going to mound it up. And just go all the way around them and make sure the edges are sealed really good. Then we're going to put these into a preheated 400-degree oven, got it right that time, for about 10 minutes. We're going to pretend that those are done. And when they come out, these are good at room temperature. I like these room temperature. They're good hot. But my favorite is when they set a little bit and they're not piping hot. So you don't have to worry about these being piping hot. Check them out. Don't those look wonderful? They're really, really good. Trust me. I hope you enjoyed watching me today and make these tomato pies. I guarantee you won't be sorry. Have a nice day.